Hey, everybody. It's so funny because it takes a while for this screen to come up on my end. Uh, on my end, it looks like nothing's happening, but on your end, you can already see me. I figured that out. So, all right. Good morning. Good morning. It is 9 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. I am Angela Black, the Customer Experience Queen, and I have a live teaching on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock in the morning. Um, if you don't know me, I am a consultant. I work with businesses, small businesses, large companies, organizations like associations, even nonprofit organizations, to help you all make more money through customer retention, customer loyalty, and customer referrals. And I do that by creating strategies that help you wow your customers across the customer journey, from the time they learn about your business to the time they buy from you to the time even after that. I help you wow your customers along the way so that they'll spend more money with you and refer friends and family to your business. Okay, that's my goal, to help you make more money in your business. So on Wednesday mornings, I will spend about 10-15 minutes teaching you something that's going to help you get closer to that goal and achieve that goal. Okay. So today I am going to share my screen, and what I'm going to talk to you about today is I have written several ebooks, a lot of ebooks. One of them is called 5 Reasons Some of Your Customers Don't Like You. Yeah, I wrote it that way because I wanted to get your attention and to make you want to figure out, hey, what are these 5 reasons, right? So in the book, I tell you that my goal as a client relations consultant is to work with business owners to help make the world a happier place, one customer at a time. But before we get started, you have to face the fact that there is a possibility that some of your customers just don't like you, right? So, how do you know that your customers are happy with your products, your level of service, if you're a service-based business? How do you know for sure? If you only ask them one time and it's not an ongoing thing where you have continuous surveys or get continuous feedback in other ways, like maybe you have a focus group of some of your most loyal customers that you talk to on a regular basis. If you don't get feedback from them regularly, some things may be falling through the cracks that you don't know about, and you could potentially be losing some customers, right? And how do you know that if some of them are so unhappy, they've decided not to do business with you again? Are you keeping track of your churn? Churn is the number of customers who leave your business from one period to the next. So let's say from 2022 to 2023, how many customers did you lose? That's your churn rate, okay? Do you know whether or not your customers are telling their friends and family about you? And was it a negative review or was it a positive review? If you don't know that information, things are falling through the cracks with your customers. And there may be some who just don't like your business or who just don't like you. That is the nature of the beast when you work with anybody in the public. You cannot please everybody, no matter how hard you try. There are going to be some cynics out there, some people who are going to complain, right? So, what does that mean for you? I do want to share some statistics, and I've shared these statistics on this series before, on Wednesday mornings at 9 o'clock before, but I think that they are so eye-opening that sometimes I want to repeat them. So here's the first statistic. For every customer complaint, there are 26 other unhappy customers who remain silent. Y'all, I'm telling you, that is eye-opening to me. And when you have one customer complain, there's about 26 others that just didn't say a word. They just stopped. They just stopped doing business with you. And I think about that because there's plenty of businesses that I've gone into or done something with or ordered something online from, and either the product that I got wasn't good quality, it came late if I ordered it online, or the service was just not great. And I just didn't even bother to complain. I just said, oh, well, I'll never go there again. And then when a friend of mine asks me about that business, I say, oh, no, you don't want to do business with them. This is my experience, right? So that's the danger that you face if you do not do consistent follow up with your customers to find out, are you crossing your T's and dotting your I's and doing the things that they need you to do? Okay. Now, look at this second statistic in the blue section. Roughly 50% of customers said they would switch to a new brand after one bad experience. One. That is huge. And I'm going to tell you, it depends on the company. I would venture to say that if it's a big box company, like say a Target, Walmart, Amazon, there are millions of people who have had a bad experience at one or all three of those businesses and still shop there. Millions, right? But when you're a small business, that is not the same, right? Unfortunately, small businesses, y'all, we've got to cross our T's and dot our I's and make sure that our customers are happy, because we can make one mistake and turn that customer away and potentially turn all their friends and family away if they tell their friends and family about the bad experience, okay? And now look at this last one. Only 1% of customers feel that their expectations of customer service are always met. And I don't even know who that 1% is, because to say always met, never. Never. I mean, I've had some places that I've gone for business that one particular business has always met my customer service expectations. But I'm not going to say that everywhere I go, my customer service expectations are always met. That never happens, right? All right, so I'm going to skip through and we're going to talk about some of those reasons that some of your customers may not like you and are going to your competition. These are the things I work with my clients to help them not do. I want my clients to do the opposite, right? So one of the reasons some of your customers don't like you is you didn't make a good impression. There's something that happened in your business and you didn't make a good impression, okay? So, you know how they say you never get a second chance to make a good first impression? That's so true, right? So if you go into a place of business that you've been in, let's say 2 times, and the first 2 times, things were pretty good. But the third time you encounter somebody who works there that has a really bad attitude, right? For whatever reason, that one time our brains are wired to focus on the negative, unfortunately. So that one time will stand out in that customer's mind as the biggest experience that they had with you. Even though the first 2 might have been great, that one bad experience will stand out in their brain, and they are going to tell people, unfortunately. All right. So we have to work hard to make a good impression on our customers. Number 2 reason some of your customers don't like you. They didn't like your product or your service, but they didn't tell you. That's like those 26 people who just didn't complain and just didn't come back. They just didn't tell you, right? I can't tell you how many things I've ordered. I've been on TikTok and scrolling through, and somebody's selling something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get that. And I get it. And I might use it one time, or I may not use it at all because I didn't like the quality of it. It cost me $20, and I don't feel like going through the frustration of figuring out how to send it back, maybe not getting my full $20 back. So I just say, I'll forget it. And I just don't buy from them again. And I may tell people don't buy from them because the product wasn't a good product, right? So we have got to do our due diligence as business owners to follow up with our customers, make sure that they are happy with our products and services. And if they are not, ask them, what can we do to improve? We're constantly trying to improve in our business. What can we do to improve to make sure that this doesn't happen again? Number 3, unprofessionalism. Unfortunately, I have seen unprofessionalism rise over the last, I'd say, 8 years. When Trump was elected, and I'm not being political, but it's just what happened. When Trump was elected, I noticed there was a shift in meanness across our country. People just thought it was okay to be mean. And I think it was because he made it okay to be mean. And so when you encounter unprofessionalism now, people just don't care anymore. It's unfortunate. People don't care about how they treat people. And this isn't just in customer service, it's in our society, but it permeates through to customer service and the employees that you hire. It's unfortunate. But unprofessionalism can make your customers not like your business, right? So here's some examples. When I was in sales, I always had to be what I say. I always had to be on, right? I didn't care if I had a headache. I didn't care if there was some things going on at home that was stressful. When I went in to see my clients, I had to smile and say, hey, and make sure that I was treating them with a high level of respect. They didn't cause the issues or the things that were stressing me out, right? So I had to make sure that I was being the welcoming person to them to show them a level of respect so that when I talk to them about my product, they didn't feel slighted in any way, right? Another way that we can be unprofessional is possibly not following up with customers in a timely manner when they ask us a question or they have an issue. We get so busy, so overwhelmed, especially if you're a solopreneur, that we tell somebody we're going to follow up with them and we don't. Don't do that. If you've got to hire even a virtual assistant, if you don't have money to hire a W-2 employee, hire a virtual assistant, someone who doesn't cost as much, so that they can handle those things for you. Okay. All right. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to talk about number 4. Over promising and under delivering. Please don't do this. It's better for you to under promise and over deliver. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're a product-based company and let's say you make your items by hand. And on your website, you say, please allow 2 weeks for processing and shipping. But you're realizing you're getting more and more orders because maybe a video of yours went viral and now you're getting more and more orders. You need to set the proper expectations for your customers. Post on your website or create a reel or a post that says, listen, I am so excited. I've gotten so many orders based off of my last sale that now I'm going to have to extend the processing time. I hope you understand. I so appreciate everybody that supported my business, but I'm going to have to extend the processing times because I create my products by hand and it's only one of me. So my processing times are now 4 weeks. Give me 4 weeks to create your product and to ship it to you. Thank you for your understanding, and I'm working really hard to get these to you as soon as possible. Now, you've given yourself some leeway. So if it takes you 3 weeks to send the product, they get it within the 4-week time frame and they're not upset. But if it takes you 3 weeks and you still have a 2-week time frame on your website, they're going to be upset, right? So you want to under promise and over deliver. And the last one, you're taking your current customers for granted. We don't want to do that, right? For those, especially those customers that have been around a long time, you can make so much money off those customers because they're going to, if they've been around a long time, they already know, like, and trust you a lot, and they're going to spend more money with you over and over. There are ways that you can convince them to spend even more money with you, and there are ways that you can convince them to refer their friends and family to you. So if you're taking them for granted, you're missing out. You're missing out on a great relationship with your customers. You're missing out on potential profits from them and from people that they refer to you. So you really need to pay attention to whether or not you're taking your customers for granted. Okay, so there's so much more in this ebook. As you can see, I just kind of skipped through. There's even more information here. I skipped through it to give you a quick lesson this morning. If you would like this ebook for free, please put your name and email address in the comments, or if you don't want to put it on public, you can just DM me and say, I'd like the free ebook, and I will send this ebook to you. Okay. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for listening. I hope I shared something with you that helps you with your business. That's my goal. And I will see you next Wednesday.